The Allied Arts Council is putting out the call for artists to participate in the 11th annual St. Joseph Sculpture Walk, and the goal is to get many different types of sculptures submitted. Last year, a St. Joseph resident had his sculpture placed on the art walk. News Press Now's Kyle Schmidt spoke with him.
It's a talent not many have, bringing three-dimensional designs to life that can withstand the elements outside in downtown St. Joseph. It is almost time for the Allied Arts Council to decide which sculptures will make up the next season of the Downtown Art Walk. The executive director of the Allied Arts Council spoke about the previous pieces she has seen.
It's so hard. Every time I see a sculptor or a sculptor, I'll say, "Oh, you had my favorite." And then I'll see another sculptor and I'll go, "Oh, no, that's my favorite." Each piece has its own uniqueness, and that's what I like about our sculpture walk.
Fankhauser said the human interaction the art provides is a highlight of the walk.
And the nice thing about this program is that it's really about creating conversations about what is art and what isn't art, and that we have determined is really in the eye of the beholder.
One of the talented artists who had his work displayed as part of the walk is the St. Joseph resident. Jacob Bermude already has one of his sculptures on the walk and is looking to add another.
Ever since I moved to St. Joseph, I felt that being a part of the artistic community was important, and a big part of that is the outdoor sculpture walk that they do. So I made that piece specifically. I'd actually applied with it like I'm doing this year with a piece that wasn't finished yet. The work I make takes so long to fabricate that lots of times it'll be sold by the time I finish it. So I didn't have anything available, but I wanted to be in the show.
Bermude took us through the process he goes through when discovering new techniques and to make his ideas come to life.
I had an idea for a piece. One thing that I've been interested in lately is the drape and flow of fabric, and capturing that. That's another ephemeral kind of movement that typically, you think of sculpture as being something that's like hard and permanent, but I'm really interested in softness too, and fabric is one way that I can kind of talk about that, but putting it on a pedestal outside, it's got to be transformed into another material. So I've been draping fabric and trying to capture the way that gravity tugs at it and creates folds.
Walking through a collection of his hard work, it is clear each piece has its own meaning.
So this one is pretty typical of the work I've been making for almost 2 decades at this point. It is referencing a few different things. The first would be just the fluid movement of the human body. So when I was younger, another interest I had was martial arts, and then as I got older, I got interested in dance and started going to underground all-night dance parties, and I wanted to bring something back from that experience and capture the ephemeral movement of the human body. It also relates to the fluid movement just of the universe in general and the constant shift that we're kind of surfing along. So it relates to just the circulation flow of material through the world that we live in.
The Allied Arts Council will be taking submissions from sculptors all over the world. Members of the public can make the walk anytime and catch sculptures currently on display until May, when they will be taken down to make way for new pieces. Reporting for News Press Now, I'm Kyle Schmidt.